What is everybody, it's Jason and welcome to another Clash of Clans war recap video inside of Warbusters. So today I'm going to be going over a war that we did against McGregor's fans. So I'm going to start off by showing this attack on this Town Hall 11, and it didn't go exactly to plan, but it wasn't absolutely horrible. This war we actually did end up getting over-tiered and overmatched again. We have the I think the past 6 wars as of recording this is it's May 24th as I'm recording this, and so yeah, it's absolutely terrible. So, and I assume that when Town Hall 12 comes out, the matchmaking is going to get even worse. So please, Supercell, do your best to fix the matchmaking, because it's really not been in our favor lately, like a lot. So yeah, anyways, bringing this attack, bringing the bowlers and witches, hoping that we can clear a big enough funnel to make sure that my Valks can go to the core to get the Town Hall. Ended up running into some troubles whenever the troops decided not to split up evenly, but more of to split up favoring the right side. Queen is in the middle over here trying to take down this clan castle, which she does eventually end up doing. And so I have a jump spell, 2 rages, and a bunch of Valks left alive. So I'm going to rush in here after I let these troops clear out this side of the base a little bit more. And like I said, this war we were really unfairly matched. As you can see, this guy has a level 2 eagle, you know, level 4 expos. It was completely unfair. It was awful. So as you can see, I had to be a little patient here with my Valks because they just would not go to the center. But my queen actually ended up taking down the Town Hall as well as the eagle. And so by doing that, I was able to drop in the Valks, which I think I should have held out now that I'm rewatching this. But I just went ahead and dropped them straight in the center to try and support the queen to see if we can get that 46%. And it's getting pretty down to the wire over here. Valks are actually going to end up dying off, and now most of my troops are gone. There's no buildings that I can pick off. It's 46%, so close to grabbing that 2-star, but just was not able to pull that off. If I had saved a few Valks to go around the edges rather than dropping them in the center, I might have had this 2-star, which I think I should have done. But regardless, it was pretty close. I definitely could have 2-starred it, but you know, a few mistakes on my part. But then again, at the same time, I mean, it's an unfair matchup here. We're attacking a Town Hall 11, so it's kind of unfair. We did have a scout attack before this, but at the same time, like, come on, Supercell, like, work on your matchmaking just a little bit. I was kind of frustrated after this war, just a tad bit, but it's all good and dandy. It happens. So yeah, gonna go ahead and finalize this raid. 48% 1-star, not too bad. Almost got the 2-star, but just was not able to pick it up. So now I want to go ahead and get to the second attack over here in the war, and this is another attack by me, but this is me actually hitting their number 2, who's, I mean, basically max Town Hall 10. Well, not a max Town Hall 10, you know, more of like a Town Hall 9.5 at this point with level 3 Inferno. So again, kind of frustrating because, I mean, I'm hitting someone who's almost at the same, you know, tier as me, which is still like, come on, like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so moving in here against this base, I'm using bowlers and witches again. I was planning on wrapping completely around this base to make sure that I could pick up a 3-star, because that's what we needed, because our number 2 player was a Town Hall 9 who got absolutely demolished by this guy's Town Hall 11 offense. So we just couldn't do anything to defend that, and so that put a ton of pressure on me to get this triple on this base down. So, which is definitely possible, but then again, at the same time, you look at the difficulty that they have taking down our number 2 compared to the difficulty that we have taking down their number 2. It's just kind of unfair. So yeah, moving in with the blowers and witches, making sure that I funneled on the right side, which I did end up doing. Queen is over there. she's beating on the king over there. She's going to take him down, and then now they're going to move in here. Clan castle troops have deployed, and now the problem that I was running into was that there was nothing to really shoot down the clan castle, so I was relying heavily on my witches to try and take those down. I've still got a rage spell and a heal spell left alive. Queen is over on the left side. She's kind of just doing her own thing, dropping down that rage spell. I should have dropped my jump so they would funnel to the center of the base, but instead I decided not to. I held out, and that actually ended up working out in my favor, and you'll see why later in the raid. Single target Inferno has locked onto my king, which is really unfortunate. It was just really unfortunate. A lot of things didn't go right in this raid, but I'm going to end up dropping it way late where it doesn't really get super utilized, but then at the same time, it made my troops path as well as my golem path into that Expo and Tesla over there, which actually ended up saving my witches and bowlers for a little bit longer. So they're going to move through, take down that Town Hall. Queen is still at full health, still haven't used her ability yet, and they're cruising through, and I think we're actually going to pick up this 3-star here. So we're going to run through, take down this base, pick up the 3-star, and actually secure the 3-star on their number 2, which, again, the pressure was on to get this, because if I didn't, this would have lost the... We would have lost the war, because we wouldn't have had the same amount of stars as they did. So definitely a high pressure attack, but got the results that we needed. So wrapping up that absolutely awesome 3-star. So now we're going to move into the third attack here. We have Alex, or Daddy, as the name suggests, attacking their number 3 player. He's bringing some pretty awesome Go-Ho over here, which typically our Town Hall 9s are using Go-Ho or Laloon or a Queen Walk with a Lalo, not a Laloon. But yeah, who uses Laloon? Or yeah, Laloon. Same thing. Lalo, Laloon, same. But yeah, anyways, he's moving in with his little kill squad over here. Golems in front. None of them have popped yet. One is about to do that expo. Bowlers and Queen and King moving in here. Queen is going to help take down that Clan Castle Dragon. Bowler is going to pick on these wizards over here, take them down, absolutely shredding it. And now they're moving into the center of the base. And honestly, this attack strategy, excluding the Hog Riders, you're most likely picking up 2 stars on a base. Like, look, his heroes are both still alive. No abilities have been used for either of them. It's absolutely fantastic. It's crazy. Like, the power that you can have with these attacks is just absolutely phenomenal. So Queen finally having to use your ability down by the right side. Level 30 Queen, super awesome for Town Hall 9. That's definitely maxed out, definitely helpful. So Hog Rider's still moving through. He's got a bunch of them left, still a heal spell left alive, waiting to see if there's any late giant bombs around the base, but he's going to go ahead and drop that right by this archer tower over here to clean this up, keep wrapping around the base, and secure this 3-star. So baby dragons as well. If you look on the left side, that baby dragon was able to take down 6 or 7 structures before it went down himself. Full-size golem still alive, bowlers still alive. Last defense, cannon, mortar, and air defense, they're going to go down. King's ability has already been used. Poison spell in hand, not even needed to be used. Absolute overkill. Well, not absolute overkill, but that golem's still full size. Didn't even pop. It's awesome. So moving through now, it's just a matter of cleaning up the rest of this base and securing this 3-star for us. It almost came down to a time fill. There was about 15 seconds left on the timer, so definitely a little too close for comfort, but at the same time, he was able to pick up the results and pick up this 3-star here. So it's super beneficial that we have so many Town Hall 9s inside of Warbusters to rely on to pick up these 3-stars against these Town Hall 9 players, because in wars where, you know, we get over-tiered like we did, we have to prioritize a lot of attacks, especially Town Hall 9 ones, on scout attacks for some of these bases, so that way whenever I come in to hit it, because I have the strongest offense being the number 1 player, whenever I go in to hit it, I can actually pick up a 3-star or much better results. So a scout definitely helps. A scout is much easier than having a scout, and not doing a fresh attack is much easier than just running in blind, because you get to see the traps, you get to see the clan castle, all sorts of other stuff. You know, you get to see, okay, what works, what doesn't. You know, I've had wars where, you know, me and Reese are just planning out an attack of how we're going to absolutely destroy this base, and we're like thinking in our heads, yeah, this is going to do fantastic. I mean, nothing's going to be able to beat this. And then we have someone scout it to check for traps and clan castle troops, and doing that can sometimes completely change the plan that we spent tons of time working on, because of 1 or 2 key little things that would completely mess everything up. So it's super beneficial to have these scout attacks, and by having these Town Hall 9 players who can basically clear out these bases in one hit, who are absolutely fantastic attackers, definitely helps us out in the long run. So yeah, we've got enemy over here, long-time member inside of Warbusters, attacking their number 4 player over here. He's bringing a Lalo, which is seems to be his favorite attack strategy inside of Warbusters over here. Moving through, it's more of a Town Hall 8.5, to be perfectly honest. The Expos are kind of baby-ish. The Queen was a little bit of a baby too. So brought some wizards in this clan castle, going to be deploying the Lalo in just a moment, dropping in a bunch of balloons from the top of the screen, and he's basically just going to have them wrap around the base in an L shape, which is typically what you do with your Lalo attacks. Lalo, Hog Riders, whatever, you want to make sure that your troops are all sticking together rather than spreading across the entire base. Otherwise, the DPS will not be strong enough to completely demolish it. But as you can see here, it probably wouldn't have been a problem for him anyways. His defenses are, the defenses of this base were kind of all Town Hall like 8-ish. Some were Town Hall 9, but most of them being Town Hall 8. He was able to absolutely shred through this base with, I don't even know how many balloons are still alive, like enough, and a full-size lava hound. So a full-size lava hound, huh? No, and a full lava hound still alive. So now he's just got to use those balloons to clean up the base. It would have been more ideal for that lava hound to pop, so that way he'd have more lava pups to help clean up. But at this point, it doesn't matter. He's still able to run through and absolutely destroy this base. So again, these Town Hall 9s who can absolutely just look at a base and then absolutely destroy it is just absolutely count right there. It's just fantastic to have these kind of players to rely on, especially whenever, you know, with me being the top player, I don't want to say I have the most pressure, because that's not really justified. Although I am at the top, and if I don't perform well, then, you know, the whole clan kind of just, the whole war kind of goes to, you know, goes to crap, because I'm not able to pull my weight. But, you know, seeing that these guys can, and if we're clearing bases in our first attack, we have 2, 3, sometimes 4 Town Hall 9 attacks that are like spare that we can use to either scout, pick up stars, clean up, whatever it may be, which helps us out so much in the long run, and it's absolutely great. So yeah, we've got Chubbs, another longtime member of Warbusters. I thought I'd show off the OG members over here in this war recap, attacking their number 6 player. And a little bit of a problem near the start of the raid. The dragon decided to wander over to that minion in the army camp for some odd reason. So he's gonna have to end up spending a couple of minions over here to take down this dragon, and he actually doesn't end up taking it down. It stayed alive. This dragon was really, really difficult to deal with. So he just decided, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to rush in and hope for the best. And so he's dropping his loons down at the bottom, and he's hoping that he can lure this dragon a little bit over to the side, so that way he can try and use his queen to take down the dragon. So he's moving in with his attack here. He's just got mass loons, a couple lava hounds as well. That dragon is coming in, probably going to pick off a couple of loons. And he got a little bit lucky here, because that lava hound actually did end up popping in just a moment, which actually ended up helping him out because the lava pups dropped and they were able to take down the dragon for him. So again, that dragon just layering throughout the whole raid. And as I said in one of my earlier war recaps, having the taking out the clan castle for Town Hall 8 and below is completely necessary. There are some raids, in this case this one, where it's not, but those are very very rare, so you typically don't want to wait till the end of the raid to take down the clan castle, because it could be pretty detrimental to your raid. So definitely not ideal, but it is possible. So King's actually going to go ahead and take down his queen here. He's still got a baby level queen, just hit Town Hall 9, so you know he's working on that. But yeah, gonna wrap up this awesome 3-star, and funny enough, secure us this war win, even though we were a little bit outmatched. So as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and check out the map in just a moment. We were actually able to pull off this victory against this clan. We were able to win 43-42. It was super close. We got lucky because they were not able to clear my base, as well as they were not able to clear some of our Town Hall 9s. So yeah, that is gonna do for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been JDSNOrange here. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, I will see you guys later. See ya!